Style. Style is the answer to everything. A fresh way to approach a dull or dangerous thing. To do a dangerous thing with style is what I call art.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. You'd think in the year 2025, guns like the Beretta 92 would long be forgotten. Or maybe that it would have evolved into something that no longer resembles the M9. But as they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's definitely accurate when describing one of the most iconic 9mm pistols in history. Now, there are always going to be people that say that they hate the 92, but I can promise you this, it won't be anyone that's ever put their hands on a Langdon 92. In fact, it's almost an entirely different pistol. So let me introduce you to the Langdon Tactical Beretta 92 Elite RDO. Man, that's a mouthful. But we could just call her the LTT 92. Now, there are a lot of significant differences over the standard Beretta 92 FS, but we'll just cover the important ones and why they make this pistol special. Most notably would be the slide. Langdon, unlike Beretta, actually implemented their optic mounting system with a little, shall we say, common sense. Unlike Beretta, which basically just slapped a couple dovetail slots for their plates to sit on top of, and basically gave that red dot the height over bore that equates to you sitting on top of your buddy's shoulders, Langdon actually re-engineered the slide and firing pin safety block in order to get that much needed lower cut. To sum it up, Langdon's slide looks how a modern optics-ready pistol slide should look. Moreover, it's more practical too. The backup sights are embedded into the back of the very thin optics plate, and a taller front sight is added to complete the set. They aren't perfect though. In fact, I do have some gripes on the lack of some extra details that would have made them very, very good. Namely, serrations that should have been added to the rear sights in order to minimize glare, along with the option for a front fiber optic or at least a white dot to make the sight picture a little bit easier to work with. Anyway, that still doesn't dismiss the fact that Langdon's RDO system is light years ahead of Beretta's. In addition to the slide, Langdon works miracles on the trigger. The trigger job on this gun is outstanding. In fact, I'm confident in saying that this is easily the best double single action trigger on the market. Add to that the option of getting all internal components finished in this slick NP3 coating, and you're talking about one of the best 9mm pistol triggers, period. The double action is by far the smoothest I've ever felt on any pistol or revolver. The single action is extremely short, crisp, and precise. The break is easy to anticipate, which is critical, and the reset is insanely short. I mean seriously, you'll only find better triggers on some 2011s and Aliens, which is saying a lot. The entire pistol is Cerakoted, and Langdon offers some very cool variants in different colors and themes. The pistol is already stupidly accurate with the standard 4.7-inch barrel, but adding this 5-inch threaded barrel makes it even better. Langdon also offers a ported drop-in barrel, which I can only imagine will make the shooting experience that much smoother. Speaking of smooth, that's really where you see the Langdon difference. And it's not just the trigger. Everything on the gun's moving parts just feels so buttery smooth. Whether you're racking the slide, depressing the magazine release, or cocking the hammer back, it's just all epically smooth. The cycling of this gun is so soft and so linear that it really can go toe-to-toe with some of the best 2011s. The lack of slide mass and non-tilting barrel have a lot to do with that, but it's Langdon's touch that makes it truly unique. The gun has substantial weight, but it's still more than 7 ounces lighter than a 1911. That's nearly half a pound, and that said, it shoots softer and flatter than a 9mm 1911. It also holds a heck of a lot more rounds. Flush mags are at 18 rounds, but 20 and 20 plus round magazines are also available. Speaking of the mags, they are also NP3 coated, and let me tell you, There's no way to describe them better than to say that they're slick as hell. There's actually an enjoyable factor when inserting these mags. You can feel just how smooth they are, especially when inserting that last quarter of the mag in. There's just something so satisfying about that buttery smooth insertion. Giggity. But it's not just a smooth and accurate 2011 competitor. No sir. This thing is incredibly reliable and fit for any type of duty use. And in a way, it makes it a much more versatile alternative to a fidgety 19 or 2011. You almost can't get this thing to malfunction no matter what ammo you use or what wimpy grip you put on it. Speaking of grip, these normally come with some VZG10 grips on them. A lot of people complain that they aren't grippy enough, but I didn't mind them at all. I did replace them, however, with these Volker Precision aluminum grips, which are even less grippy, but they do look sexy, and you can't argue that. The front and back straps have adequate checkering, though I do wish they were a little bit grippier. That said, the contour of the grip, along with the low recoil and smooth cycling, make it an easy gun to hold on to. What more can I say? This pistol is one of the best do-it-all options available on the market. At roughly $1,600, they don't come cheap. That said, I've been comparing it to 2011s this entire time, and $1,600 gets you just barely through the door in the 2011 world. With the LTT 92 being a more versatile platform with a hell of a track record of reliability and durability in the field, it's a wise investment for anyone wanting a multi-role gun that can outshoot a lot of 2011s and at a lower price. If you enjoyed this content, leave a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell to be reminded of the next video. Until next time, stay safe and may God bless the Republic.